Hey everybody, J-Rad here. Well, yep, that's Onyxia. She's in a bunch of pieces. She needs a bunch of repairs. Like I said in my last video, the sprockets are pretty much toast. A nice broken tooth on this front one, and they're so worn, it's ridiculous. My chain was so stretched out. I already had taken a link off, and it was almost going back as far as it could again. I was about ready to take another one off. That's just bad. A couple other things. I figured while I have it apart, I'm gonna rotate my tire so my good side of the tread's on the front. What's good is I have these. This is the 14 tooth that came with the bike, and it looks pretty damn good. Good enough for me. And this is the 52, I believe that it is. Yep, 52. This is the 52 I bought when I first got the bike because it was geared so high that it was hard for me to ride, so I wanted to lower it a little bit so it would be a little easier in first gear. And turns out with the 1452 combo is exactly the same as my 12 and 49 combo. So I just ordered a chain. I went and reverted back to the cheap chain. I had bought a chain online for that blaster, and the amount of time I had that blaster, that chain did not stretch. So I went with the same company, the same chain, so I'm hoping I'll get a chain that's better than that chain that I had bought for the same price. So we'll see what happens there. And in other news, only Facebook people know this. This is my rear shock. Well, I don't know if you can see in here, if it'll focus or not, but down in here, over in here, there's supposed to be a little rubber blocker, like a little bumper. Well, yeah, it must have disintegrated, and my shock overcompressed. Now it's all messed up. It does not work like it's supposed to. It has like this bump in it. When it gets right about to here on the piston, it like gets really hard and then it goes, and that's just not cool. So I ordered a shock on eBay that's been rebuilt probably a couple years ago. It's off of a used bike. It's got a new spring. It's totally clean. I got it for like $100. I could buy the parts, do this myself, but I really want my bike back, and I don't want to dick with it right now. So this is what's going to happen. I'll probably rebuild this eventually, just to try rebuilding it if I ever have the money to get the parts, and that would be cool. Teach myself how to rebuild the shock, but for now, that is what it is. So in other news, I'm thinking about selling Onyxia. I want a two-stroke to ride off-road, and I want a road bike to ride on-road. I love the dual sport. I love the dual sport idea. This bike is very uncomfortable for a dual sport. It's a motocross bike. I don't know. I go for a ride with Riley, and it's like, you know, my butt starts to hurt, and like, you know, it's really just not comfy. And I want a two-stroke. Does that make any sense? Two-stroke, you know? Like that KDX that I had. A little old, but... So, the blaster has sold. It's not under my canopy anymore. Yay! I got $1,100 for it. A little less than I wanted, but the market was really tough. So, I'm in the market for another project. Found a Wolverine for $600, which is basically the same thing as a Warrior, but it's 4x4. And that guy never called me back. That kind of sucked. I guess it's already sold. But I'm looking. I'm trying to weigh my options of what I can do to make some money. So, might start selling things that I don't want to sell, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But if anybody's interested in Onyxia, let me know. After I fix her up, put her back together, if I do decide to sell her, it's probably I'm gonna be asking for about $2,500. It's titled, street legal, so we'll see what happens with that. But anywho, till next time everybody, J-Rad out.